Hello everyone, this is GTA Failer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the Roblox game Dreaming Simulator. It's free to play at roblox.com. I'll also give you strats to rank up efficiently. One note about this recording, I'm only recording at 10 frames per second due to hardware and software limitations. So if you play this game, know that it will look better than this video does. Okay, let's just jump right in with the tutorial. It says to start the game, go over to your bed. So we'll walk to the bed, hold down E to sleep. And it says I had a nightmare right away, so I'm actually going to hold down E to sleep again. You get nightmares occasionally. And right now you can see that we're getting one dream, and at the moment it's one dream every 2 seconds. And we're just going to wait for our capacity, this 10 dream capacity, to fill up. You don't have to wait for that, but we'll wait for that. And then we're going to walk over to the store. So it's going to pop us out of bed. I didn't do that. It says you can't handle more dreams. So it says sell your dreams. Okay, so we'll go over here and sell. And we're going to walk into the sell thing. And at the moment, every dream gets us $1. So 10 dreams are gone. We used to have 10. Now we're at 0 out of a capacity of 10 dreams. And we have $10 in cash. So then it says walk over to the shops. That's right here. And there's lots of stuff going on here. There's Robux stuff that you can do over here. I'm not going to do any of that. We will talk about ranks. If you want to, like, quote, beat this game, maybe you reach the maximum rank. So at the moment, we're at rank beginner, the very first rank in the game. To get up to the rank of sleepwalker, it requires $75 million cash. Right now, we have $10 million. So we're just a bit shy of that goal. The next rank up is 25 billion, and you can see that there are a total of 14 ranks, including the starting rank. So if you want to get to the maximum rank, Deadly Dreamer, you need to rank up 13 times. And this final rank is a bargain at $60 trillion. Okay, other thing, we're going to be spending most of our time in the upgrades menu and the beds menu. So I'll show you that at the moment we have the free bed, which gives us dreams with a value of one dream. And if we were to upgrade to this pink bed, then every time we dream, we would get a value of 2 dreams instead of 1. And the blue bed gives you 5 dreams every time you dream. But the first thing it wanted us to do was to go into the shop. Let's read the tutorial here. It says go into the shop and buy dream speed. So here's the upgrades menu. You can improve your dreaming speed, you can reduce your nightmare frequency, and you can increase your capacity, and we'll be doing a lot of those in this playthrough. So the first thing to do is buy the dreaming speed. So here we go. We just spent all 10 of our dollars, and now instead of dreaming once every 2 seconds, we now dream once every 1.6 seconds. And then we're going to head back to bed. So before I do that, actually, I want to show you in the rank section that at the moment we're here at beginner, and there's this ×1 multiplier. And here, once we get to our first upgrade, which we will in this video, it's going to be a ×5 multiplier. What that means is that every dream that you get once you've ranked up here to Sleepwalker is going to give you $5 cash instead of the current $1 cash we get per dream. So ranking up increases the value, the cash value of your dreams, and everything else we're going to do is increase the speed with which we accumulate dreams. So the only way to improve your cash is to rank up. And beds will improve the speed at which you dream, and the dreaming speed will improve the speed at which you dream, and capacity will make it so you don't have to go back and forth all the time. Okay, so then it says repeat that until you get 20 money for a new bed. All right, so let's head back to our bed. Hit E to sleep. We're now dreaming every 1.6 seconds, so these +1s are coming faster because it used to be every 2 seconds. And after this thing fills up to a capacity of 10, I'm going to show you how we can effectively use some teleportation buttons. So the red button will teleport you to your bed. So if I'm right here and push the red, I head right to bed right there, but I'm not dreaming anymore because I'm already full. The blue button takes you to the shop. That's right over here. But I don't want to buy anything at the moment. And the yellow button will exchange your dreams for cash. So let's do that right now. Sometimes when you walk into the yellow cell circle or you teleport there like we just did, the cash conversion doesn't happen. You just sit here and you'd still have 10 dreams and no cash. And so if that happens, you could just walk out and back in. Surely that will happen to us in this playthrough. Okay, so we need 20 money for a new bed. So I just hit the red teleport to the bed button. And as soon as we fill up, I will hit the yellow teleport to the cell circle, that button to teleport us to the cell circle. And then we're going to buy a bed, and I think that's going to be it for the tutorial. So pushing the yellow button now. We got our cash. We're at 20 bucks. Go into the shop and buy a pink small bed. You betcha. So I pushed the blue button. Now we're in the upgrades tab. We want the beds tab. We currently have the small bed, which is a +1 for every dream. Every 1.6 seconds we get a +1, but now we're going to have a pink bed. And I'll walk out here. It says you'll earn more money, and that was all for the tutorial. So there's our spiffy new pink bed. So we're going to push the red button. In fact, I hardly do any walking around in this game. You can see now +2s instead of +1s. And so we fill up, and then we push yellow, and then we push red again. And we'll just go back and forth. And then as soon as this fills up, we'll see if we can buy something else. So yellow. And now, can we buy anything for our $20? Yeah, we can upgrade our dreaming speed or our capacity. So it still seems like we are spending a while sitting here in bed until we fill up. And so I'm going to keep trying to dream faster until it seems like I fill up pretty quick. So this feels like, I don't know, 3-4 seconds to fill up maybe. And that's still pretty slow in my opinion. So I'm just going to keep upgrading my dreaming speed stuff until I fill up much more quickly. Okay, so let's see what we can buy next. So $40 for the next dreaming speed upgrade. I think that's the one that we want. And so we'll change the dreams into cash, and then we'll spend 40 bucks right there. The next upgrade is $80. And every time we do one of these dream speed upgrades, these +2s come more quickly. And so we'll just go back and forth here. In fact, you don't even need to wait. Like you can hit the red and then the yellow very quickly. So I'll do yellow and then red, just like that. Don't need to sit around waiting for your cash to show up. If you have a nightmare that interrupts your dreams, not a big deal. Just hit the red button again. Lots of nightmares here. And then yellow, red. And I think what I'm going to do is actually buy the next bed, which I happen to know costs $50. But if you don't happen to know that, then you just come over here in the shop, and you're currently using the $20 pink small bed. So the next one right there, $50. I think that's our next purchase. So let's do one more cycle of 10 dreams here. And then these +2s are all of a sudden going to become +5s. So into the shop, we'll buy this small bed, blue small bed here. The next bed is $100. You can skip the bed, so like I don't have to buy the beds in order. I could skip this green bed and just wait until I have $250 for the yellow bed. But you can't skip the upgrades. $80. You can't skip this $80 upgrade. You have to buy that, and then the next one becomes available. So now we can see that. We're filling up our capacity very quickly with just 2 +5s. So now I think it's time to actually spend our first $20 on a capacity improvement. So now our capacity is 20, and still going up by 5s, but now it takes a few seconds to fill up. And let's go back again, and I think we're going to spend the next 80 bucks on a dreaming speed upgrade. And so there are a lot of games like this that I've played, these kind of simulator things where you just sit around for a little while collecting cash. Maybe you're not even doing anything to collect the cash, it just happens. So here's our $80 on that upgrade. And then you spend that cash to make yourself slightly better, slightly stronger. All right, so here that's what I was talking about. I still have the 20 dreams and it didn't convert to cash. So I'll just walk out and then back in. And as I was walking out, it converted. And in a lot of these games, in my experience, you sit around and you do nothing for a while, and then you have enough cash to make your character slightly stronger or to get slightly better equipment, and then that allows you to earn cash slightly faster, and then you sit around and wait longer. And in my experience, in my opinion anyway, playing these kinds of games, most of those games make me sit around for too long. Like the wait is too long for me to feel like I'm actually actively playing. I just feel like I'm doing a lot of waiting around in the game. Whereas here, I feel like this is a more active game. It was kind of funny to say about video games, but anyway, like I actually feel like I'm doing something here, often enough to keep me entertained. But a lot of those games I find, like I said, you just end up waiting around too long to keep my attention. But I think that this game is balanced in that way, from my perspective anyway. Okay, so what's next here? So I think maybe the next bed for 100. Let's do that. Do 2 more of these cycles here, and then get the next bed. And so remember, I think this first rank up cost 75 million, so you can see we're pretty far from that, but we are earning cash faster and faster. So now these plus fives are plus tens, and you can see we fill up pretty much in a second or so. And so I think it's time, because we're filling up so quickly here, I got to walk out and then back in to get my cash. I think I want to do the next capacity upgrade right now for 41. So there it is. And now it will take us 4 dreams to get up to full, and we just keep going back and forth here. And as I'm doing this back and forth process, I'll tell you that there are ways to get free cash in this game, and I mean actually free. All right, so here I didn't get my cash, so out and back in. And so one of those ways is actually right over there, this claim your daily reward. I encourage you not to walk into that chest. I will show you when I think you should walk into that chest, but I think it's premature at this point. So whenever you walk into that chest, you get cash for free, which is awesome. And it says daily, but actually it's a 5-hour countdown. So if you end up playing this game for a long time, then you can walk into the chest, and then 5 hours later or any time after that, in real time, not in game time, you can walk into the chest again. Like maybe later that day if you take a few hours away from the game. But I've done some. Oh, I should start spending some of this money. All right, so 320, that looks good for that. And then an 84 is my next capacity upgrade. And I think I want to spend that now. And how much is the next bed? 250. Okay, that seems like a good purchase. Next. And you can see now we're making 80 bucks pretty quick. Let's fill that up. Compared to making $10 slowly earlier on in this playthrough. And you can see I had a nightmare, so I wasn't full at the 80, but you don't need to wait until you're full. Just continuously go back and forth between the red and the yellow. Let's get our cash. There we go. So I've done some experimentation with the free cash you get from walking into that daily rewards chest. And there's actually some codes that you can type in as well into this like little Twitter bird thing. And I will do that later in this playthrough, in this video. But I encourage you to hold off on using the daily chest and using the codes. So here's what my experiments have demonstrated to me. Let's see, I got to get this cash, and then how much did we say that there's the cash? How much is this bed? 250, and the next one is 1,000. So I think it's time to buy that 250. And what's the upgrade status here? We can increase our capacity. In my experiments, what I've concluded is that when you walk into that daily chest thing, or when you type in one of the 4 free codes that are currently available in this little Twitter bird button, the game is going to give you a free cash that's going to be a multiple of the current amount of cash that you have. I'll say it again. The game is going to take the amount of cash you currently have in your bank, $532 for me right now, and it's going to multiply that cash by some number and give you that amount for free. And the number that I've seen, what are we doing here? 640. Let's do it. The multiplier that I've seen has ranged from between like 5 times the current amount of cash you have and 50 times the current amount of cash you have. So pretty big range, but you're looking somewhere between 5 and 50 times the amount of cash that you have or so. Like I said, I've just been experimenting. I don't know what the programmers actually put into the game. And so what that means is that if you want the maximum cash possible, then you actually don't want to walk into that chest or use one of these Twitter codes until you have a bunch of cash in your bank. And so I will tell you when I think that you should use those codes, but it's too early right now. Like, we're getting cash quick enough and we're buying these upgrades, and the benefit for walking into that chest will be much greater if we wait until we have a few $1,000,000 in the bank instead of a few $100 in the bank. But I'll tell you when. Okay, so as we're doing this, let's see, is it time to buy something else? So we got 1,000. Is that the next bed? Let's buy that. Okay, so now we're going up by 25s. Used to be we were going up by 5s. So we're really making good progress here. So here's the basic process. You've seen it now a bunch of times, is that you hop into bed to dream, you convert your dreams into cash, and then once in a while, and normally that's all you do. You just go back and forth between the bed and the cash conversion. But then you also want to spend your cash pretty much as soon as you can to upgrade, to upgrade your bed or upgrade your dreaming speed or upgrade your capacity. And so I don't really have like rules of thumb for these things. It just kind of depends on your play style. I am not a fan of sitting here waiting in bed for like 30 seconds. And so like if I end up with so much capacity that it takes me like 30 seconds before my capacity is filled up, then maybe I really needed to not spend as much on capacity, and I should have instead spent more on better dreaming speed or a better bed so that I don't end up waiting there so long. Okay, so the next bed, so we just bought a bed. So the next one is 2,500, 1280 for dream speed. Let's do that. So I guess what I'm interested in is maybe sitting in bed for, I don't know, no more than 10 seconds at a time. And so if I end up sitting in bed for longer than that, like I said, then I should have spent more money on dreaming speed upgrades and less money on capacity. And if I get to a point where my capacity, sorry, my capacity is filled up in like 2 or 3 seconds or less, then that probably means it's time to spend more money on a capacity upgrade. So 353, you bet. Okay, so again, the basic process is you go back and forth between dreaming and selling, and then once in a while you go buy some upgrade or a better bed or something like that, and then you just repeat until you have enough money to rank up. And again, the first rank up seems super far away at $75 million, but we're getting there. Okay, so let's keep going here. So I'm going to go buy my first pet. And so let's do that way out here. It turns out that there are pets in this game that you can buy with in-game cash. Now, if you want to spend Robux, you can do that there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spend money here. So this first pet lottery here, if I push E, has some pets in it, 5 different pets. And the next one, and that's going to cost $1,000, which is almost all of what we have. And we're actually going to spend our $1,000 right there. It's kind of hard to read these. You want to sort of put yourself so that the shadow is covering the price. So this next lottery has better pets, but cost $1 billion. We're not going to buy any of those for a long time. This next one is 1 quadrillion for those. What does that say? I can't see it. I messed up the shine there. Something, 1 sextillion there, 1 octillion there, and then finally 1 decillion for these most overpowered pets in the game. So let's spend our first 1,000 on this pet right here. So I push E, I'm going to click hatch, and then there's like a little lottery that happens there. So we got that cute doggy. I'll just show you that each of these pets here has a certain percentage chance of coming up, or probability of coming up. So we got one of the two most likely outcomes. The dog and the cat both have a 35.7% chance of showing up. And then we got this Dalmatian with a slightly, like half of that chance of coming up. Then I think that's a bunny there with an 8.9% chance. And then the bear is quite rare at 1.7%, but it does show up. And the more times you play this little slot machine thing here, the more chances you have to get the rarer pets. And the pet that we just got has a multiplier of 1.5. And you can see that the bear is a multiplier of 7. So once you have a pet, you push this little paw icon, and you can see your list of pets. At the moment, we just have the 1 out of 30. If you buy more than, if you have 30 pets, you can't spin the little lottery thing here anymore. And so here we are. It says 1 out of 30, and then 0 out of 4. What is that? Well, that 0 out of 4 is the pets that are actually active. And so right now we have a little doggy friend with us. So I'll turn it off and it'll go away, and then I'll put it back on, and you'll see the doggy coming towards us. Where is he? Did I not turn it on? There he is. Okay, so what does that 1.5 multiplier do? Well, let's go into bed now. I'm actually going to turn it off, and I'll show you what it does. We'll go into bed, and we'll see that our dreams are coming in at a plus 25 at the moment. And you can see it took about, you can see how long it took to fill up at our 320. And now I'm going to turn the pet on. It's a 1.5 multiplier. So those 25s now become 37.5, 1.5 times what they were before. And so we're actually going to fill up our 320 in 2/3 the time with that one pet. And now you can see how quickly the cash is coming in. That's the benefit of that pet. And so you have 4 slots for pets. That's this 1 out of 4. And so you really, if you have more than 4 pets, then you want to put in the best pet that you have. So let me improve my capacity there. And we're going to buy some more pets here, but I'll show you that you can actually kind of short circuit this pet buying cycle by coming up here. And so if you're comfortable, you can just ask for free pets. Does anybody have any spare pets they can give me? And so while I'm waiting to see if there are any extremely generous folks here in my server, I'll just go back and forth a couple of times here, continuing my upgrading process. And if nobody comes through, I was hoping that somebody would come through so that I could show you the trade menu. It's possible that I found people are quite generous in this game in terms of like giving free pets away, so that's pretty cool. But it's also possible that according to the time of day that I'm playing this, it's 11:30 in the morning where I am. It's possible that the folks in this server are not in the same country as me. It's possible I don't speak English. And so what I'm tempted to do is just try to offer some trades and see if anybody. Nobody responded to my request for free pets, but maybe somebody would throw me a bone if I offer some trades. But you don't want to go crazy. You don't want to be annoying to folks as you do this. Okay, so before I do that, let me just see if I'm anywhere near maybe like a better bed or something. So right now we're at 4,500. All right, let's buy this $5,000 bed, and then we'll see if we can finagle some free pets from these folks here in my server. Okay, almost there. Okay, so that's enough for the next bed. So let's buy the pink bed, and then the next upgrades here, 2,500 and 1,500 or so. And so you can see now that these 105s, the bed has improved us to give us 105s, plus the pet is giving us a 1.5 multiplier as well. So I think we're going to do this capacity upgrade next. Should be able to afford it now. There we go. Okay, and so so we're going to dream here, and I'm going to click this purple thing, which is going to pull up the trade menu. And so I'm just going to, all right, so I'll offer this guy my dog just to show him how weak I am in the hopes that they are stronger than me. So they've got a cat, which is better than me, and then they canceled. So they're at about the same level as we are, and so it doesn't make sense for them to give us a free pet when we're at about the same level. Let's see, can I upgrade this one again? Let's do that. So let's try trading with this next person. Most of the time when you click trade, the person will just reject the trade. What shows up on their screen is just, GTA failure is offering to trade with you. Do you want to accept or reject their offer? And you're not committing to anything when you accept the offer of a trade. You're just open to seeing what they have. Okay, so they are not open. So let's try Zaber. And just continuing to go back and forth between red and yellow. I think I'm having some nightmares here. Oh, I guess I can get some nightmare reducing upgrades. I haven't done that. So let's turn this off with the purple. I'll hit the X there. Okay, so here's the nightmare thing. So at the moment, 5% of the time I will get a nightmare. So we'll upgrade for $50, $100. You can see that the percent chance of getting a nightmare is reducing, but I don't want to spend that much money on the nightmare stuff. We'll buy another upgrade. We're at the maximum dreaming speed right now. It doesn't take long to get there. So this reduces the nightmares, but if you're actively playing the game, you're sitting here, you get a nightmare, it's not a big deal to fix it. You just push the red button. Okay, so I think next up is maybe another capacity upgrade at 6.23K, because we are filling up pretty quickly here, and I'm still trying to reach into somebody's back pocket and to grab one of their pets, with their permission, of course. Okay, so we upgrade there. And then maybe next up is a bed. All right, so I think we tried Zaber last. Let's try Landry. And I'm happy to, like in this video, show you just like what it looks like to play the game clean without any, mooching off of strangers here. But the reason I want to do a trade here is not so much so that I can benefit from the trade in this game, but just so that I can show you what the trade menu looks like. Let's try GTR. They've got the same first two letters in their name as me, so maybe we've got some compatibility stuff here. So if there's they want to take my dog. I don't want to give you my dog. They have like some of the best pets. So so they have the best pets in the game, and I'm just hoping to get something for free. Just to show you what it looks like when you do that. All right, so what's the next thing in the store here? 100,000, 25, 10? Let's buy a 10. Bed. Okay, so, all right, so I guess I got to cancel there. I could ask them. GT, can you give me a free pet? Okay, so continuing to work our way up the ladder here, upgrading the dream speed to its max, upgrading the capacity as needed, upgrading the bed when we can, and then the nightmare thing is the only other upgrading option, and it's not that big a deal to just leave the upgrading thing as it is. We'll try, I got 2 more folks I can try to trade with here, and but we have 16 grand. We could do 16, we can get 16 pets ourselves. We can afford to get 16 pets ourselves here. So let's try this person. Did it work? No. Trade here. I don't know why it's not working. Let's try again. No, I don't know. Don't know. So let's keep having nightmares here. Nightmares that nobody's going to trade with me. Okay, so I think maybe we'll buy another couple of pets here and keep this train rolling. And like I said, hopefully I'll have an opportunity to show you what the trade menu looks like. But I need a willing participant. Okay, 25K. Let's do that. What's this person saying? OF. What does that mean? Does that mean, of course? Sure. So I can show them what I have to show them how weak I am. Maybe they can take pity on me. There. All right, so we'll cancel with them. And we're just continuing to go back and forth between yellow and red. And so what was the GT person? This one. Kind of lost track of my trades here. Yeah, I don't want to trade with this person. I want to trade with the GT person. All right, so what I'm going to do, because I'm having trouble, this other person is blocking my trades. All right, so we're going to turn the trade request off, and then we're going to try trading with this one again in the hopes that we haven't annoyed him. Any chance they want to give me? No, so I don't seem to be having much luck here with the trade menu. I don't know what that OF means that they put in there. Okay, but this is the high quality content that you're here for, folks. So let's just go back and forth. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to trade with anybody here, but that's okay. All right, so time for us to go out and get some pets with our own cash. We've got 30 grand. We're going to buy a lot of pets. So I'm just going to hit E and then spam this hatch button here. And we're going to buy a ton of these pets. There's a Dalmatian. That's pretty cool. There's a kitty cat. That's the same multiplier as the dog, but the Dalmatian is stronger. But it turns out there's this other thing you can do to your pets to make them stronger. You can take weak pets and make them stronger by kind of playing like a different machine, which we'll do here. But I'm just going to keep buying pets here. We want 4 good ones anyway. So Landry is right there, right next to us. Are they ready to offer us a pet? Let's see. Landry. KKSA, I don't know what that means. Cancel that. Landry, you want to give me something? I don't even know what those things are. I mean, that doesn't look like a language. Got hardly any vowels. Okay, so we'll turn that thing off. I guess I can turn the trade request back on just in case anybody feels like taking pity on us. And in the meantime, I'm just spending boatloads of my money here on these lotteries. But I do think having 4 good pets pays dividends, and so that's why I'm spending the bulk of my money right now on this $1,000 lottery repeatedly. There's another Dalmatian, that's cool. Other Dalmatian, keep it going. I think I'll spend, let's get like 4 more pets. So we're probably closing in on the 30 pet capacity. I'll show you once I buy, let's say 2 more of these things. So there's one, and then the last pet for now is a kitty cat. Okay, so if we click on the claw, you can see here that we have 27 out of 30 pets, and only one of them is active. And now I'm going to, oh, this guy wants to trade. What do you want to trade? You want some of my real weak dogs? So these are 2 of the strongest pets in the game. They keep they're teasing us here with these pets. Trade canceled. Okay. So let's go over here to this shiny section. And what you can do in the shiny section is you can put in here any pet you want. And if you click, for example, 2 of them, then you have a 40% chance of getting a pet that's twice as powerful. So these Dalmatians would become a times 4x instead of the times 2x. Even if I put 3 of them in, it's still going to become a times 4x. So it's always a chance at making a pet that's twice as powerful as the current pet. But whether you win this lottery or lose the lottery, you're going to lose whatever pets you put in there. And so I'm going to have a guaranteed shiny Dalmatian by putting 5 of them in. It says you have a 100% chance. You betcha. So now, if I go into pets, I will have 1 Dalmatian that is shiny. You can actually see the kind of different glow there, this yellowish stuff going across its face. And it used to be a 2, and now it's a 4. And so I want to do the same thing with some of my other pets. So there's my shiny Dalmatian. You can see the animation there a little bit on top of it compared to that one. Okay, so you can only put in here pets that are exactly the same as each other. So you can't mix like cats and dogs, for example. So I'll put 5 of these in. And you don't need to put 5 of them in. For example, I'll put 2 of them in, and now I have a 40% chance of making a shiny cat. But I'm going to lose those 2 cats whether I succeed or fail. So there's a failure. Too bad. So those 2 cats are gone, you can see. But now we'll make some shiny dogs. I like doing it with 100%. Might make more sense to do this one at a time. I don't know. But let's just go ahead and put in our best pets. And so if you just click them, they're going to be in order, decreasing order. So if you just click the first 4 of them, then you'll have the best multipliers you can have. Let's hop back into bed. And I don't know if you saw, but we were at empty. So let me get some cash here. So we're at empty, and we have a capacity of a little over 5,000 dreams, and we're going to instantly fill that capacity. This is the power of the pets. So what's happening here is that the game is adding 4 and 3 and 3 and 3, and coming up with 13, and it's multiplying whatever our normal dream rate would be by 13. And that is filling us up pretty much instantly, which means we need to spend a bunch of money on upgrading our capacity. So 12.78. So now we have a much bigger capacity. It's double, and it still fills pretty much instantly. So we just go back and forth here a bunch of times, still trying to increase my capacity so that it's not an instant thing. So 26, the next upgrade there is 53,000. Okay, so not quite instant, but very quick. And you can see how fast the cash is coming in now, 20,000 a second, basically. Let's upgrade that. And then I think maybe it's time for a new bed. Let's take a look at the bed options. Okay, so we're at the green 25,000. We could buy this one next, 100,000 or 250. Let's see. So we get cash so quick now. I'm tempted to just skip to the 250 bed. Again, you don't need to do every bed. You can skip around there. So we're just going back and forth, back and forth. And this is the power of the pets, and in particular, the shiny pets. Okay, so let's buy that 250 bed. The next bed upgrade is 1,000,000, and you can see we're honing in on at least the right name of the number. Like we want 75 million for this upgrade, and we're about to get our first million. But I think we still need more capacity upgrades because we're filling up so darn fast. And out and back in to get the cash. And I still think a capacity upgrade is in order. What was the next one? 200 something? 225. Okay, so we'll have enough for the capacity upgrade here. Let's buy that. 463 for the next capacity upgrade. We're still kind of overpowered in terms of our capacity relative to the pets and the bed strength that we have. Let's take a look. And spend some of our money here. So the next one is 949,000. The next bed is 1 million, and I do like the progression here. Like it really feels like I'm accomplishing something, which is kind of silly to say. This is like the dumbest game I've gotten hooked on, but there we are, over 1 million, and it feels like things are really moving now. So let's buy a bed for 1 million. Remind myself of the ranking cost. So we're currently beginner. Sleepwalker is 75 million. That's the goal. And here we go. Back to selling some dreams. There we are. And making 327 grand about every 2 seconds or so. That feels pretty spiffy. And how about we buy the next capacity upgrade for 949 grand. And you could buy some more pets, you know, like the pets are $1,000 each, and it might make sense to just buy a whole slew of them and kind of play that slot machine game with the pets to get some better pets. Because even though we have 4 pets, we could increase these numbers if we just kept playing that lottery enough. So maybe that's actually the next thing to do. I don't think that this is a good time for us to grind all the way to the 75 million. I mean, we could, you know, we're going up 655,000 at a clip here. But 75 million still feels pretty far away from where we are. So what's the next bed here? 5 million, maybe that's a good goal. A $5 million bed soon. All right, so 2 more dream cycles here for that 5 million bed. And 1 more, let's upgrade to the 5 million bed. Oh, come on, back in bed. Rest, darn it. Okay, $5 million bed, that's the one that we want. Okay, so what's the next one is 15. At some point, it doesn't make sense to continue buying beds. Like $15 million bed for a 70, like if we could just get to 75 million, we rank up, and then you lose your beds when you rank up anyway. So, you know, for example, like if there was a bed for 50 million, 50 million, I don't think it would make sense to get that, because if you're at 50 million, well, you're pretty close to 75 million already. So kind of a trade-off here, like another optimization question. But you can see the cash coming in quick here. So let's maybe spend another little bit of money, 2 million on an upgrade there. And then back to bed. And you're going to see it'll take longer now before we fill up, which is cool. It means we have less of these trips back and forth to make. But 1.3 million every 5 seconds or so, which is a far cry from the $10 we were making every 20 seconds when we first started the game. Okay, keep going here. Back and forth. All right, and now I'm going to show you the daily chess thing over there. So the goal is whatchamacallit, 75 million to rank up. And I said that the walking into this chest gives you free cash, some multiple of the cash that you have, something between like 5 and 50 times the current cash you have. And so my rule of thumb is to maybe try to get about 10% of the cash that I want in order to rank up. So again, the next rank up here, the first rank up, is 75 million. So 10% of that is 7.5 million, and we have a little bit more than that at the moment. And so if I walk into that chest right now, which I think I will, then it's going to give me some multiple of this $11 million that I have. And I think that multiple is going to be something between 5 and 50. And if it gives me a multiple that's right around, you know, like 10, then I'll have enough for my rank up. So let's try it. So hoping to get something about 75 million at the end of this. Oh, 212 billion. So that means that we can afford to rank up right now. You can see the countdown is now 5 hours. So you can walk back into that thing after 5 hours of real time. You don't have to be in the game for the 5 hours before you can use that again. But we used it right there. And so now as soon as you have enough money to rank up, there's no point in buying beds or upgrades or anything else. So we rank up. And now we have no cash. And if you go to the beds, you can see that we're now back using the free bed. We've got no upgrades. All of these got reset. But the benefit to ranking up, even though you lose everything, is this ×5 multiplier. So it used to be each dream was worth $1. That's this time 1. But now each dream is worth $5. And so I'll show you if we hop into bed, our most basic bed, which is going to take 2 seconds. Whoops. It's going to take 2 seconds per dream. Oh, why did we fill up? Oh, we filled up real quick because of the, let me turn them off just for a second, just to show you what's going on here. But we have 10 dreams, and now instead of getting $10, we're going to get $50 as soon as it works. There you go. And so let's turn our pets back on. just like that. And then we'll go back and forth. Oh, let's start buying capacity upgrades. Those are the most important ones here because our pets are going to fill up our measly capacity almost instantly. Then I encourage you to spend, let's see, get another upgrade there. Okay, 53. All right, so here it takes a couple of seconds. So maybe now we stop on that and we start upgrading here. Okay, and now it should fill up right quick. There we go. And maybe go back and forth a couple of times and then buy a bed. And I talked about this game feeling kind of balanced to me. So this is what I was talking about here, where like it, it actually feels like I'm actively making decisions. All right, I want that 1,000. So we'll skip the other beds and just get the 1,000 bed right there. And that should fill up pretty much instantly, which means that we're going to be doing capacity upgrades for a while. And if we fill up instantly, then we need more capacity upgrades. And back to sleep instantly. Capacity upgrades here. Okay. And continuing to focus on capacity upgrades until we don't fill up instantly. That's the idea. All right, still filling up close to instantly. We'll get that, we'll get that. All right, so now it's going to take us a few seconds to fill up here. Still reasonably quick, but now it's time to leave the focus of capacity and instead focus on dreaming faster. So maybe some of these upgrades here, we get to the max there. We'll just knock out some of these dream things, the nightmare things. All right, so this is now filling us up right quick. So I think probably time to do some more capacity upgrades and then maybe a better bed. How does that sound? 26 grand, 53 grand. Okay, let's see what happens here. And I think it's going to be time for us to get another bed soon. I'll interrupt this dream cycle and see what we've got by the way of beds. 10 grand, 100. That looks like the winner. And that allows us to fill up again almost instantly, which means we're back to upgrading capacity. Okay, so I know that I walked into that chest and that allowed me to do my rank up like right away. The fact that I got so much more money than I needed in order to rank up means that I could have walked into that chest with less cash. Like we walked into that chest with about 11 million in cash, and we could have gotten away with less according to the multiplier that we got. But again, I don't know how to predict. Like I just assume that I'm going to get a multiplier about 10. You could hope for a more aggressive multiplier, maybe you hope for a 20 multiplier, and then you could get away with having less cash than is required, like maybe only 5% of the required cash to rank up, and then you try walking into the chest. But I go for about 10% and then hope that I can rank up, and sometimes I can rank up by a lot like we had there, and other times I can't quite rank up. So it's a balance. Okay, so I think it's still time for more capacity upgrades here. We're filling up pretty darn quick. And let's see, right there, upgrade. All right, almost on that one. Still filling up pretty quick. About another capacity upgrade, and then we'll reassess. Okay, and before we rank up here, I will use a code. I'll show you the code, and I'm still hoping to show you, let's see, all right, so can we get a better here? Still hoping to show you a trade just so that you can see it in the video. All right, 15 million, that looks good. And now dreaming faster. I guess I should say the dreams are worth more. So what's the next capacity upgrade here? 8 million, let's do it. 16 million is the next one. And then I'm going to take a look at the, all right, so we'll buy this dream upgrade here, or capacity upgrade, and we'll take a look at the next rank. So this one costs 25 billion with a B, and we're only in the, $500,000 range right now, so we've got work to do. But we're getting there. And I will show you how to use a code in preparation for that next rank up, but we'll wait until we have about 10% of that 25 billion before we use the code. Okay, 50 million, that's got to be a bed, right? Bed, 15, 50, let's buy it. Okay, and then next thing I think I want to do is maybe get some more pets just to increase our pet multiplier here, because we've got so much cash now for those $1,000 pets that we can afford to play that lottery a bunch, the slot machine. Can I get my cash? Thank you. All right, 100 million, is that a bed? 250. Nope, 100 million. Let's buy that. And we're filling up pretty quick. Maybe another capacity upgrade or two here. So what are the upgrades here? 34 million. Okay, that's good. And then back to bed. Okay, and then let's maybe get some pets. 130 million. Okay, pet time. All right, so we can't afford the next round of pets. We've got 130 million, and the next pets here cost $1 billion. So I think that's out of our range. Even if I could save up for whatchamacallit, $1 billion, I don't think I would. Oh, a bunny. That's good. I don't think that I would spend $1 billion at this point, like at this rank with the rate at which I'm getting cash. It's not worth it yet to spend $1 billion. Like right now, we're overpowered for the pets that we're buying, so we can afford to buy a ton of them. And you can see that the cash that we have not even changing in the second digit after the decimal point. But I think the billion is out of our price range at the moment, not worth it at this exact moment in our playthrough. But I think maybe I will try to get folks to trade with us one more time just to see. So I don't want any cats or dogs anymore. Any of the other things would be lovely. There's another bunny. That's good for us because we've already got shiny cats and dogs. So cats and dogs aren't worth anything to us. Sorry, fellas. But the bunnies are, and even the Dalmatians are. Here we go. And if we could get a bear, that would be amazing. Okay, so I think I'm going to keep doing this until we get to our capacity of 30 pets. You can't have more than 30 pets. And so if I keep going, eventually it just won't work anymore. Like I'll hit this hatch button and nothing will happen, like right there. That means that we're at 30 pets. So you can see them here, all 30. Okay, so let's go into the shiny thing and make some better pets. So at the moment, if we add up all of our 4 pets that are highlighted here, we've got 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, that's 13. So we want to improve on that 13. And we can improve on the 13 right now, actually, so if we turn these off, oops, well, maybe we can't improve on 13. Oh, 13 is the best, but that's with some bunnies that are not shiny yet. Okay, so let's see if we can improve on the 13. And I think the only way to improve on the 13 is to hope that we get either a better Dalmatian or a better bunny. So we're going to try it here. We're going to hope that we have a 60% chance of success here. We hope that we get a success. We did not. Now we have an even lower chance of getting a better bunny, a shiny bunny. And that one worked. Take that probability. Okay, so you can see here that they're in decreasing order. So you just pick the first 4 that show up here and you'll have it. Now, if you end up like picking 4 that aren't the best, like this bunny doesn't show up, like it's the 4 you've chosen show up first, and then it's decreasing order. So in order to really see that you have the best pets, look at the numbers, or just turn some of them off, or turn all of them off if you want to really get them in the order that you want. Okay, so that's cool there. Now the all of these pets that we have here, these cats and dogs, aren't worth anything to us because we already got 2 shiny cats and dogs, and we could hardly fit more pets here if we wanted to do more lotteries. So I'm gonna throw away some of these. Sorry, fellas. I hit the trash button, it got bigger. Whoops. So hit the trash button, it gets bigger. Then I'm gonna click these one at a time here, being very careful not to throw away any of the ones that are green. So I'm throwing all of these away, just to give me more room to play the lottery. So that's fine there. I'll keep my shiny extra cat. Okay, and let's head back to bed and dreaming even faster now. Going to fill up our 21 million capacity pretty quick. That's good there. And then I think we'll increase the capacity maybe. Let's do that for 70 million. What's the next bed? We've got the 100 million that we're using. 250 million is the next bed. And let's try again here. Can anybody give me a free pet? And let's see if we get any takers this time. Again, just hoping to show you the trade menu in this video. Okay, so we're full there. And then back in. Me. Lil. So offering a trade Lil, let's see. That's a 4. And so, and a 4 and a 6 and a 6 and a 4. That is awesome. Oh, a 10 cow. Oh, game time. Thank you. Okay, so we click ready and then a 5-second countdown starts. Thank you so much. So I didn't offer anything, and they offered me, all of those pets. Awesome. And so that's what the menu looks like. So you both choose your pets in that trade menu, and then you both click ready when you're happy with what you see the other person is giving you relative to what you're giving them. I think I mentioned that oftentimes in this game, just go back and forth here. Oftentimes in this game, it's one overpowered person just giving pets for free. And so that's what happened here. I didn't offer anything, and Lil offered me some awesome pets here. So why don't we just use them? That will at least shorten the video. So I'll turn all of these guys off here. Okay, so we'll go back in here. We'll turn them all off, and then that will give me the 4 most powerful ones here. And so let's head back to bed, and we're going to see that we fill up much quicker now towards this 42 million capacity. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, lots of generous folks in here, and if you have pets that you're not using, maybe offer them for free to other gamers here instead of throwing them away like I did. If I weren't making a video, I probably would have offered those pets to other gamers. But again, I had the weakest pets. Some of them were shiny, but they were still quite weak. So probably not a lot of gamers in here that could have used my pets anyway. But as you work your way up the ranks, you get pets that are really overpowered for some of the other folks in the server. Okay, $1 billion bed. That sounds good. We'll buy it. And then back to bed. And you can see how quick we filled up there with our $1 billion bed upgrade. So how about we spend some money on a capacity upgrade, 296, you bet. Okay, so now it'll take some more time, but our capacity is way up at 167 million. Very cool. And then I forget what the next rank is. Let's see here, 25 billion. Okay, so I am going to use a Twitter code here, again, just for the purposes of showing it to you in this video. And then we'll do our final rank up in this video, and then just get the next rank up started. Okay, so 167. All right, so 1.3 billion, just like that. Let's stream again, and I'll say let's apply this 10% idea. So the next rank up is at 25 billion. Let's guess that maybe when we use a free cash code, our cash that is given to us is like 10 times what we currently have. And so if we want 25 billion, then maybe we want 2.5 billion here. And then when the game gives us 10 times that, we'll be over 25 billion. So I'm going to cash out here, and I'm going to try my code. So there is a little mini game. You can walk around. There's 4 letters that are kind of hidden in this grassy space here, and you can find all 4 and then come up with the word. I'm going to type it in here, so look away right now if you don't want to see the word. It's kind of cute to go around and find those 4 letters. Not that hard. I'll tell you when to look back. So look away, and I'll type in my code, and I'll hit enter, and then I will. Okay, you can look now. I've closed the window. So I've used the one code from all of the letters here, and it gave me about $20 billion, which is awesome because that's really close to the 25 billion that I need. And so this is why I do this 10% strategy. It doesn't always work because I don't know how to figure out more accurately how much cash we're going to get. But I just assume I'll get about 10 times the cash that I currently have. So just a little bit more sleeping, and we'll be ready for our second and final rank up in this video. Just have to get to 25 billion. No need to get any more. So close. Excellent. Okay, so now we're ready to rank up. So we have we own Sleepwalker, and now we're going to go to Lucid for 25 billion. We will lose all of our cash, all of our beds, all of our upgrades. Everything is gone. But what we have now is that every dream is worth $50 to us. In the beginning, our dreams were worth $1. But now the dreams are going to be worth $50. So I'll turn all the pets off just so you can see. Okay, so okay, this is fine. I'll just hop out here. 2 dreams, and they're going to be worth $50 total. So 2 dreams gives us $100 now. All right, so that's pretty cool. Let's turn these bad boys back on, and then and we'll instantly fill up here. Our capacity is puny, and so in the beginning of a rank up, you really want to focus all on capacity until it starts to actually take some time. All right, so that took a little bit of time. I guess we can do, what you call it, back here. Guess we can do some dream speed here. All right, that's already at max. Spend the rest on capacity, maybe a couple on nightmare reducing. And here it's taken a little bit of time. So I think it's time for us to get a better bed. 50,000, is that a bed? Let's see. $50. 5,000, 125. Let's buy the 25K. And I'll just, I'm not going to do the next rank up here, but I'll at least, kind of head in that direction because the most action happens in the beginning of your, like right after you rank up when you're overpowered in a lot of ways relative to, capacity or whatever. Okay, so that's pretty quick. We'll still upgrade there. All right, let's even upgrade some more. All right, so now it's going to take some time to fill up. And I don't want to wait for that fill up, so I'm just going to go spend some money on a better bed. We got the 25,000 bed. We can now afford something over 20 million. Let's see what we've got here. 15 million is probably the winner. And getting that better bed makes it so that you fill up almost instantly. So probably time to spend some more on upgrades of the capacity. There, 4 million, 8 million, 16 million, sure. So what I end up doing typically is I just spam the capacity upgrades, as many as I can afford. And then once it starts to take some time for me to fill up like it is here, then we look for a better bed because we've already maxed out the dreaming speed. And maybe time soon to get some more pets. I don't know. Let's see, 250 million, 1 billion. Let's go for the $1 billion bed. And then, oh, so close. $1 billion bed there, and let's see how quick this fills up now. That's pretty quick, so I think it's time to get some more capacity upgrades. 34, 70, 144, let's go, even 296. So right now our capacity is large compared to our dreaming speed and our bed upgrade. So that gives me the clue that it's time for us to get a better bed again. Maybe there's a 5 billion bed. And you can see now that we're in the billions, now I think would be appropriate. There's a 5 billion bed. Now I think we're in position to maybe go buy some of the pets from the next category, the $1 billion category. Just like that, we got another 5 billion or whatever it was that we get when we fill up here. What do we get? 8 billion when we fill up. Okay, so I'll wind this video down momentarily, but I'll show you that now we're in a position to buy these $1 billion pets. Kind of hard to see. Okay, so let's buy a few of these. We've got $18 billion. There's a pig of our very own, so that's the most common one. There's a cow, that's also the most common. I don't even know what this thing is. It's got no face. I don't know what any of these things are. Let's keep hatching, see if we can get anything else. I'm happy to spend all 15 billion that we have here on 15 pets. And again, feel free to mooch off of others by going up into the text box there and asking for free pets. And also, like right now, we have way more pets than we can use. So this could be a good opportunity to offer, hey, does anybody want a 7 times pet or something like that? And you can just offer pets to other gamers, which is pretty cool. I just got one of those no-face ones. This is maybe the thing that's waking us up. Our nightmares are from that no-face pet. Okay, so let's just a couple more pets here. There's another no-face one. And see what we have in terms of our ability, our pet ability. Okay, oh, what is that thing? Is that a beaver? Okay, let's go in here. All right, so we'll turn everything off and take a look. Oh, the hamster. That's a oh, and it's a sheep. I thought sheep had faces. All right, so we've got a hamster, a cow, a pig, and a sheep. So that's pretty cool. So if we hop back into bed with these 4, I mean, this is a higher sum than we had before. So we're filling up quicker than we did before. And just like that, back in. Another $8 billion. That's cool. And maybe it's time to make some of these guys shiny. And then maybe kind of wind things down here. All right, so in here, so what do we have? We got pig. So you can make the pig shiny, but the fact is we already have some 10x multipliers. So getting more 10x multipliers doesn't help us in any way. But let's see, are we willing to risk? Like we got some sheep. So the sheep, yeah, I guess I would be willing to risk it because the sheep are the sheep part of our top 4? Let's see. All right, 1 sheep is part of our top 4. So if you really want to be conservative, maybe you only risk 1 of your sheep. If you want to be a little more aggressive, you can risk both. Let's risk 1. 20% chance of success. Let's see. Success. Look at us, gang. We're killing it. Should we be greedy? Let's try the other one. Can we get two in a row? Oh, too bad. So sad. So just like that, we now have a 14 sheep instead of the two 7 sheep that we had. If you really want to be greedy, you could try this 15 hamster, and if it wins, 20% chance of winning there, then you get a 30x, which would be awesome relative to what we are. I don't know that I would have the stomach to take that kind of a risk, but at some point, you have more money and you go play that lottery a bunch for $1 billion each time, and you get 4 or 5 hamsters, and then you can guarantee yourself a 30x hamster with 5 of them. Okay, so I think that's about it. The like I said, there's 14 ranks that you can do. Actually, did make a video. It's posted on YouTube of me going through all of the ranks. But I started the game with the most powerful pets. I got the most powerful pets by playing in an alternate account, and then I gave them to my account that hadn't played this game at all. But if you want, the ultimate goal of this game is to rank up all the way to the top, and that costs 60 trade decillion dollars. Lots of ranks in between. And so I played that earlier today, actually, ranking up from a brand new game to the last rank in the game, the 60 trade decillion dollar rank. And it took me longer than I thought it would. It took me 2 hours and 50 minutes. That's just under 3 hours. And that was with the most overpowered pets in the entire game. And so it did take longer than I thought. If I had to do it all over again, trust me, I will not do that all over again. I would have changed the way in which I use the codes. So there's 4 codes altogether, including the little letter mini game that I typed in before. The other 3 codes are available on the homepage for this game. So if you just find this game in Roblox, but before you push the green play button to enter the game, it just tells you in the description to the game what the current codes are, and they change, so I don't even want to type them here because they might be different by the time you play. But if I had to do it all over again, starting over from scratch and with a goal of getting to the final rank up in this game, then I guess I wouldn't use the codes in the early game at all, because the later in the game it takes much longer to rank up. And so I'll tell you that, like I said, the whole game took 2 hours 50 minutes. Now the first 8 ranks or so only took about 5 minutes on average to rank up each time. But again, I was playing with the most overpowered pets. I shouldn't have had pets of that caliber for a long time. But with the most overpowered pets and what I think is a pretty efficient strategy in terms of working my way through the game, it took about 5 minutes per rank for the first 8 ranks. But then things slowed down quite dramatically. The next 4 ranks took 11 minutes, 20 minutes, 23 minutes, and 27 minutes. And then the final rank was a beast. It took almost 50 minutes, 50 minutes to do the last rank. So I think that if I were going to do this over again, I would have used the codes later than I did. I would have used the codes for the last 4 ranks. There's 4 word codes, including the one that I already typed in this video. I would have used those 4 for the last 4 ranks of the game, and I probably would have used this daily chest for the 5th to last rank in the game. So said another way, I wouldn't have used the chest or the codes until I had only 5 ranks left to go. So if I want to be specific, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wouldn't have used any of the codes or that chest back there until I had already become a legendary dreamer on my own without any codes or the chest. And then I would have used that chest on the Holy Dreamer. And then I would have used the first code on Blessed Dreamer, and the second code on Hallowed Dreamer, the third code on Corrupted Dreamer, and the fourth and final code on Deadly Dreamer. Again, continuing to use my 10% rule of thumb. So what that means here is that for the Corrupted Dreamer, it costs 70 duodecillion. And so I would have tried to earn 10% of this number before using the code. I would have tried to earn 7 duodecillion in my bank here before using the code, in the hopes that it would give me a 10 times what I currently had, which would bring me right above the amount you need to rank up. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. Feel free to friend me in this game. GTA Failure 1 is my Roblox name. I said friend me in the game. I meant friend me in Roblox. GTA Failure 1, that's a digit 1 at the end. And I don't know that I'll be on Roblox very much. I think I'm largely done with Dreaming Simulator, and I might be done with Roblox for a while. But anyway, if you want to friend me, feel free to do that. And if you do end up playing this game, then I definitely encourage you to offer your pets. Like I've got, oops, let's get out of the shop so we can see our pets. I've got all these pets that I don't need, and that some folks in this game could really benefit from. Let's see, like that guy right there. I think this is for, what do they have? For bears? Not sure. Some of these folks here have pets that are weaker than the ones that we have and aren't even using. And so I would just come up here and I type in anybody want free pets, and then I would offer them in that trade menu. So feel free to go to be very generous to your fellow gamers and offer them free pets. And I think that is about it for this video. So thank you so much for sticking with me, and we'll see you soon.